Ever pondered why marijuana, a plant with a history as old as civilization itself, became a symbol of counterculture and criminal activity in the 20th century? Well, it's a tale as complex as the plant itself. For centuries, cannabis was a staple in various cultures around the world. It was used in religious rituals, as medicine, and even as a recreational substance. But as we rolled into the 20th century, attitudes towards this versatile plant began to change drastically. The early 1900s saw a wave of anti-drug sentiment sweeping across the globe. In the United States, this culminated in the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937. This act didn't outright ban marijuana, but it imposed such heavy taxes and regulations that it became almost impossible to possess or sell legally. The act effectively pushed marijuana use and sales into the shadows, making it a symbol of counterculture and criminality. So as the 20th century unfolded, marijuana found itself on the wrong side of the law. But how did a plant, once revered for its medicinal properties, become a primary target in the war on drugs? With roots tracing back to the early 20th century, the war on drugs was a sweeping endeavor aimed at curbing substance abuse. Marijuana, despite its myriad potential benefits, found itself in the crosshairs. This wasn't a simple matter of public health, but a complex web of political posturing and societal pressures. The demonization of marijuana was fueled by fear and misinformation. It was painted as a dangerous substance, a gateway to harder drugs, and a corrupter of youth. The media played a significant role, amplifying the voices of those who sought to vilify the plant. Politicians, too, leveraged the growing panic, passing stringent laws that led to the mass incarceration of countless individuals for minor possession charges. The war on drugs cast a long, dark shadow over marijuana, one that it's only now starting to emerge from. So what sparked the shift in perceptions towards the green herb? Well, the tides began to turn in favor of marijuana as the public started to question the established narrative. This change in attitude can be attributed to a number of key factors. One of these is the growing understanding and acceptance of different cultures and their practices, which included the use of marijuana for various purposes. Another crucial factor has been the relentless pursuit of scientific research. As studies started to reveal the potential medicinal value of marijuana, people began to see the plant in a new light. It was no longer just a recreational drug, but also a source of relief for those grappling with chronic pain, anxiety, and other health issues. This shift in perspective wasn't limited to the public. Policymakers, too, started to reconsider their strict stance on marijuana. And so, a wave of decriminalization and legalization began to sweep across nations. As public opinion shifted, so too did the legal landscape for marijuana. But why has science taken a renewed interest in this ancient plant? Well, the answer lies in its promising medicinal potential. As the veil of prohibition lifts, researchers are delving deeper into the medical benefits of marijuana. From the treatment of chronic pain to the management of conditions like epilepsy, scientists are discovering that this plant holds an array of therapeutic possibilities. Over the decades, numerous studies have shown that the compounds found in marijuana, known as cannabinoids, can alleviate pain, reduce inflammation, and even slow the growth of cancer cells. But it doesn't stop there. The potential of marijuana extends to mental health as well. Research suggests it can help with conditions like anxiety, PTSD, and depression. And for those struggling with insomnia or appetite loss, yep, you guessed it, marijuana might just be the answer. With each passing day, the body of evidence grows, and the medicinal potential of marijuana becomes harder to ignore. Aside from its medicinal benefits, how has the legalization of marijuana impacted the economy? This question leads us into a fascinating exploration. As states and countries around the world continue to decriminalize or legalize cannabis, we're beginning to see some significant economic benefits. First, there's job creation. The cannabis industry has been a catalyst for employment, from cultivation and distribution to retail and ancillary services. It's estimated that hundreds of thousands of jobs have been created globally as a direct result of legalization. Then, there's tax revenue. In places where marijuana has been legalized, governments are reaping the rewards of taxing this previously illicit substance. With millions, even billions of dollars flowing into public coffers, funds are available for everything from education to infrastructure projects. In short, the economic impact of marijuana legalization extends far beyond the simple sale of a plant. It's fostering growth, funding public initiatives, and creating opportunities. Marijuana has proven to be a significant economic driver in areas where it's been legalized. But with legalization comes the need for regulation and safety. How has this been addressed? As marijuana has moved from the shadows into the light of legality, the need for control measures to ensure its safe use has become paramount. This has led to the development of a comprehensive regulatory framework that addresses various aspects of marijuana use, from cultivation to distribution and consumption. Regulations have been put in place to prevent overconsumption and misuse. For instance, various jurisdictions have established age restrictions, limiting the purchase and use of marijuana to adults over a certain age, typically 21. Packaging and labeling requirements have been introduced to ensure consumers are well informed about the product they are purchasing, including its potency and potential effects. Furthermore, cultivation and distribution are tightly controlled to ensure product safety and prevent illegal trade. This includes regular inspections and stringent quality control standards. Regulation and safety measures are crucial in ensuring the responsible use of marijuana. So, where do we stand today on the issue of marijuana? As we delve into the present, we find a landscape dramatically transformed. The once demonized plant is now recognized for its potential, its medicinal properties gaining acceptance in numerous societies. Legalization efforts surge forward, uprooting old stigmas and sowing seeds of understanding. This shift in perception is not just a change, it's a revolution, a profound alteration in our collective consciousness. Today, the narrative around marijuana is changing, with many seeing it as a medicinal boon rather than a societal menace. Marijuana's journey through history has been a tumultuous one, filled with highs and lows. From the dark days of criminalization and the war on drugs, we've seen a shift in perspectives. The recognition of its medicinal potential and its economic impact have led to regulation and safety measures. Changing perceptions are paving the way for a future where marijuana could play a significant role in our society. As we move forward, it's clear that the story of marijuana is far from over.